All right, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, I just got in my IK Multi Pro 2 sprayer. Now, you guys have seen me use the IKEA sprayer in the past. I use this with my brake buster. I use it on the wheels. Man, it works awesome. It's well built. I have no problems at all with this. But when I saw that the IKEA Pro 2 came out, I thought, man, I got to check this out. It looks a little different. So I think it's going to be a good sprayer. Without any further delay, let's get in that box and see what we got. Yeah, it's like Christmas time. All right, so here we go. Ooh, yeah. Well, right off the bat, it comes with a microfiber towel. Now, I'm sure it's a decent quality microfiber towel, but I'm pretty particular about them. And I have different microfiber towels for different things, different colors, but I guarantee I'll find some use for this. So we'll just put that on the side. And then the spray bottle. Yeah, right off the bat, this looks pretty cool. It's definitely a little bit more elongated, a little bit more cylindrical. And it has like a nice, man, this is almost like a rubbery. You can squeeze it a tiny bit, not a lot, but it's definitely not that hard plastic. So if you were to hit something, maybe it'll give a little bit. That's nice. Also, I'm noticing that it's nice and wide, so the bottle tends to right itself, which I'm pretty happy about. So I'm also noticing that it has a nice ounce and milliliter scale on the side here so that you can do your dilution ratios or mix your product however you want. That's kind of cool. It's got the typical pump sprayer on the top and the release so that you can release the pressure prior to opening the lid. All right, one thing I'm noticing right off the bat that's a little different about this one. Now this one does say safe, suitable for acids, so that makes sense why we have this. But this one has a safety. So right now the safety's on and you cannot press the trigger. Disengage the safety and the trigger is able to be pressed. Now, you might ask, what do we need a safety for? Now, if I pick this up mistakenly under pressure and it was pointed at my eyes or someone else's eyes or on something that I don't want to get this product on, this could shoot out and cause some issues. So the safety is kind of cool. And I want to get in the habit of turning that on every time I'm done spraying it. All right, so let's see what else is in the bag here. Owner's manual. Now, we usually don't use these. It's pretty straightforward. If I have any problems, I resort to it, but I try my hardest to just get right after it. All right, my last little bag of goodies in here. Okay, so I see what these are. These are color-coded handle attachments. So you put this on the end here, and then that'll help you identify. Maybe red for acid, green for not acid. However you guys want to do it, it's fine. And we have a tip here. Now the tip that comes on this gun is your typical round tip, and I'm pretty positive that that's gonna just shoot a narrow stream out of the middle, and then it comes with this additional wide angle tip, and that's gonna shoot a little bit more of a fan. We're gonna try both, and without making a super long-winded speech about a spray bottle, I say we just get to the car and get spraying. Today I'm gonna do a rinseless wash. This video won't be about the rinseless wash, but you'll see me spraying ONR onto the car with this sprayer, and we'll see how it works, and then I'll give you my feedback after I use it. All right, so let's get out there and get the sprayer spraying. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and give the bottle a test. Start by pumping it up. You'll know it's pumped up because you'll hear it start coming out of the pressure release. There it is. All right, so that's fully on. All right, so let's give this nozzle a try. See how it goes. This is the round one. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a nice mist. And then as you rotate the nozzle, it turns more into a stream. But I say for ONR, we keep it kind of misty like that. And look at that, that just peels right off. That's nice. That's perfect. All right, that nozzle's good. Okay, so now we know that this nozzle is a nice, anywhere from super fine mist all the way down to a nice solid center stream, which is gonna be nice overall. Now we got this wide angle fan nozzle on there. Let's see how that goes. And this one doesn't seem adjustable, so it kind of is what it is. Yeah, that's a kind of a fan. And this one's pretty decent too, but I sure like the misting action on the other one. Either way, both of them put a good amount of product on the vehicle. All right, I gotta say, the IK Multi-Pro 2 version sprayer, man, this thing worked phenomenal. I bought it specifically to do no rinse washing, and I'll tell you what, it met all my expectations. There's other things that the multi version is good for though. All-purpose cleaner. Man, this thing works great with all-purpose cleaner. Also with any acid-based chemicals. This is acid safe. It's gonna hold up to that type of environment. So the multi-purpose version is for acid-based cleaners, things that aren't designed to foam. If you want foaming, there's a version just like this, but it's a foam version. Now, I'll put links to both of those down in the description so you can make sure and get the one that's gonna suit your needs. But if you want normal spraying, it's the multi. Foam is the foam version. All right, so let's get into what I liked about this particular sprayer. Right off the bat, the size of it. It's twice as big as the old one, so it holds twice as much product. But more important than that, I feel like there's a bigger piece of this. I don't need twice as much product to do most of the jobs I'm doing. But what I do enjoy is putting about 3/4 product or whatever suits the bill, and I leave the rest in air. Now, what do I need all that air for? That's where I'm gonna do all my pumping. It's gonna compress the air down into that air gap, and that's gonna give me some nice long spray times. Now, when you top a sprayer like this off all the way to the top, you have no room to pump any air in there, and you'll find that your spray times are very, very minimum. So this extra volume is twofold. One for putting a lot of product in, and the other is to have some air up there to give you some nice long spray times, and I think it worked great for that. So let's talk about the tips that came with it. It came with this tip already on it, which I thought was great. Turned all the way one direction, it was fully a nice fine mist with a lot of product too. I was able to get a nice amount of product down with that, and I really like that a lot. As I started to turn it, it starts narrowing that mist down into a nice solid single stream with a decent amount of power behind it too. So I feel like that would be best for putting all-purpose cleaner in here and really getting in that engine bay or somewhere like that where you need a nice stream to blow some of that grease out. That would work perfect for that. It did also come with this fanning type tip. This thing had a nice, probably 30-degree fan on it. I think that this will be useful in some circumstances, but also what I kind of learned throughout this process, these color-coded handle ends, you know, they're made for identifying the type of product that's in here so that you know what you're using. If you have multiple sprayers, you would color coordinate them. Another thing it's good for, you can hide the tip inside the handle, which is pretty convenient. Put it in the handle, put the cap on, and there you go. Now the tip is in there and it's good to go. You never have to worry about, man, where's that tip at? I know it's in here. And you know how I know it's in there? Because it's rattling around. And that's the reason why I probably won't leave it in there. I got a drawer with all my parts in it. I'm gonna put them in there. But for those of you that have a lot of different tools and you wanna make sure they're all in one spot, that's kind of cool. All right, so a question I think of right off the bat. Why on earth would I spend the extra money to get this when I have all these spray bottles laying around? I'll just give you right off the bat, quality of life is going to be a lot better with this. And the reason is this is going to hold enough product to do the entire job. This one's going to need a refill at some point. This one's going to take 1,000 trigger pulls to get around the car. By then, my arms are going to be pop-eyed out. I'm going to start to get tired and fatigued. No, I'm exaggerating with that, but you get the idea. I'm just going to be walking around spraying like crazy. This one's going to require some pumping in the beginning, and then we should get some nice long spray times with this. So adequate amount of product without having to remix it, and nice long spray times without walking around the car triggering ourselves to death. That's one of my main reasons to get this over that. Okay, so I want to give you guys a tip on storing your sprayer. So what we don't want to do is fill this thing up with a super acidic cleaner and then put it up on the shelf and leave it sit there for 6 months. Now, if you're using it every day, that's fine, or using it routinely. But man, if you're gonna use it once and then not use it for a few weeks, and they say it's safe to leave it in there, but my recommendation is, this is an expensive product. I would go ahead and rinse it out, let it dry, store it with nothing in it until I'm ready to use it again. So I kind of think of these as like a mix and go kind of thing. Definitely not for storage. I mean, we have bottles up here to store the chemicals in. So take care of your good sprayer. It'll last you a long time if you do the right thing with it. All in all, man, this product gets a big thumbs up from me. I gotta tell you, man, it was a joy to use. It worked great. It's reasonably priced, and it's gonna have a spot right here on my shelf next to the other IKEA sprayers. And man, I'm gonna use it whenever I do an ONR wash. If any of you guys have any comments about this sprayer or any questions or anything you wanna know about it, leave it down below and I'll try to get back to you as quick as I can to try to help you guys out. Now, another thing, if you haven't subscribed, hit that button over there, man. We sure like all of our subscribers and the list is growing, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the list. All right, with that being said, if you like this video, man, I can go on and on. Like, subscribe, all this stuff. You guys know what to do. We'll see you on the next one. Yeah.